people are gonna say things to you like, you'll send them a link to your website and they'll say things like, all right, we'll keep your contact information, we'll save it for later, or something like that. We'll save your contact information, right? So what do you do when they do that? When they say, we'll keep your contact information, thank you, appreciate it, thanks. What do you do at that moment? Most speakers just kind of say, okay, thank you, whatever, and that's it. What you should do, and this is kind of my thinking like every single time, is you want to be the last person to respond to an email. So you never want them to say something and then you don't respond. You always want to be the last person to respond to that email. So when they say like, oh, okay, yeah, send us your information, we'll keep it, or the committee will go over it, thank you, I appreciate it. What you need to do at that moment is you simply need to say like, okay, thanks, should I follow up with you or someone else? So you always do that. You say, thanks, should I follow up with you or someone else? And the reason you say that is because if they're not the right person, the person who actually hires the speakers, then they will naturally tell you, go follow up with someone else. They'll say, follow up with this person. And the reason is because they just don't want to get emails from you, to be honest. They just don't want you to follow up with them. They're like, I don't want this person sending me a million emails following up with me, so let me go pawn them off on John over there who actually hires the speakers. So that's what they'll do. They'll naturally give you the right person's contact information. And so that's all you do. I mean, when someone says like, hey, we'll send this to a committee, or thanks, we'll keep your information, you simply say, do I follow up with you or someone else? At that moment, what will naturally happen is either one, they'll simply give you they'll simply give you the right contact information by saying like, follow up with John Doe at XYZ, or they won't actually respond to you. Like, they'll literally just ignore your email. At that moment, if they don't respond to you, you simply respond by following up again, saying the same thing. You say the exact same thing, not in a different way. You literally say the same thing. You copy and paste the same words. You don't say, hey, I just want to make sure that you got my email. I was wondering who follows up, who do I follow up with? You don't say that. You simply say the same thing, like, hey, do I follow up with you or someone else? You say it over and over again. And what will naturally happen is they will respond, because it's just a psychological thing. They'll think, well, he doesn't think that I received the email, so I'm going to respond to him. That way he stops sending the same email over and over again. So that they will actually respond to that follow-up email. But after that, if they do or don't respond, at that moment, you simply just set a follow-up date inside of your CRM, and then bam, you're good to go. You set that follow-up date inside of your CRM, you follow up with them later on, whether it's them or the other person, but that's how you do it in terms of, should I follow up with you or someone else?